Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel today. My name is Christian and today we're here to talk about the new record from PVRIS. It is titled All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell, and it's the follow-up to 2014's debut record White Noise, a record that I absolutely love. Now, going into this record, I was kind of worried. I loved the first single, Heaven. I thought it put them on a perfect track for what this record was going to be. And then when they released the second single, What's Wrong, I got a little more nervous because it showed that further experimentation into the pop world. Unfortunately, the task for this record is to follow up White Noise, a record that I absolutely loved. And this record really puts into perspective just how special White Noise was. A record that I loved from the first second to the last, from the very first listen. The reason for that was because there was so much variation within White Noise, so many different types of styles combined to create a just truly impressive piece of work. And on this record, they really focus on one aspect of their sound and really drive it into the ground. They really squeeze the life out of this one particular sound, the more electronic synth pop sound that they experimented with on White Noise on songs like Mirrors and the title track. But with that sound, it seems like they've run out of ideas very, very quickly, and as the record goes on, all the songs seem to get more and more similar to the last. On first listen, I really disliked this record, but over repeat and repeat listens, it has grown on me more, but not massively. One thing that really bothers me with this record is that in the few years since this band exploded, they've decided that I just don't really feel like playing guitar anymore. Now, there are guitars on this record. They are the more cleanly ambient guitars, lots of delay, lots of reverb, but there are really no distorted guitars in here at all. I really don't understand it. As a guitar player myself, I've been playing guitar for over 10 years now, and there's not been one moment where I go, you know what? Really don't want to use guitar on this song. It's like the band have forgotten what made them big in the first place with their very unique sound, and doing that unique sound very, very well, and that includes the use of guitars and includes the use of any semblance of rock music. And this was something that I was really worried about as soon as I saw them play on any shows on MTV or when they toured with Fall Out Boy, because Fall Out Boy are one of those bands that were so brilliant and then found pop music and just went with it. And I was really worried PVRIS was going to do that, and unfortunately, they have. It's sad to say, but are PVRIS a rock band anymore? I really don't think they are at all, and that is so disappointing. But let's get into this record. Heaven opens up this record perfectly and continues PVRIS' trend of having the first track on the record be the best. This is a track that really gets better and better over repeat listens and really captures the essence of what makes PVRIS so great. Lynn sounds absolutely phenomenal on this track, really showing some great lyrical maturity and allows that signature grit to come through in her performance. So obviously this record isn't all bad. I'm a fan of well-written pop music, but unfortunately for this record, there is more bad than good. But there are some songs that still capture what makes PVRIS so special. Half is one of those songs and really shows a progression in the sound that PVRIS experimented with on White Noise. It really would have fit perfectly on that record, but it's kind of above that record at the same time. I really love the chorus to this track, and the groove that the drums lay down sounds perfect for this track and really lets it move along at such a great pace. It would have been good to hear Lynn play some guitar chords in the chorus just to make it sound a little bit bigger, but overall, the song doesn't suffer because of it. The drum work on this record is phenomenal. I will give something to this record in the fact that the natural drums do stay, and that's something I really appreciate. While there aren't some real standout drumming moments like there were on the debut record, especially in the title track White Noise, there are moments that sound just really, really great and show some inventive drumming, like on the bridge of Half. The drumming is really what brings the natural element to this record, and because of that, it really stands out as something great. There are just moments that you're listening to the record and it screams sell out to you, especially on songs like Walk Alone and Winter. I hate the phrase sell out, and I'm sure there's an artistic reason as to why PVRIS went in this direction, but for me, there's just so many moments that sound like they're pandering to the top 40, and it just pulls me out of the record completely. It just feels like there's no heart in some of these tracks. This record still contains that dark tone that PVRIS have made their sound, but there are some electronics that compete with those darker tones that sound like they're trying to make the record more happy, and they just end up clashing. As for the guitar playing, there's not really a lot to say. There's a lot of ambient playing going on, which when used correctly sounds great, but unfortunately a lot of the time the ambient guitar playing is the only guitar in the track, and it just makes some sections fall completely flat. There are just some big moments where you could have heard some distorted guitars come in and it would have made those sections sound even bigger. The prime example of this would be in the track No Mercy, which could have ended up having the same vibe as a track like Fire off the debut record. But the band is so against using any rock elements that they sacrifice a bigger sonic experience just to stay within the boundaries of pop music. Anyone Else is a track that shows PVRIS trying to do their best Taylor Swift impression. And I'm not gonna lie, it works really well. You can hear some great raw emotion from Lynn in her performance, and it's really what takes this track to another level. I'm not a big fan of the sampled snare that they use throughout this track, but for the style of the song, I guess it works quite well. However, the song does go off on this tangent at the end of the track with some classical guitar, and it just doesn't work for me at all. They should have just ended it earlier. Lynn puts in another great performance on this record, and once again shows why she's one of the best vocalists in rock music today. She puts in so much emotion to her performances, so that's something that has stayed true on this record. Lyrically, once again, we are in for a dark experience, and this record really deals with relationships and the turmoil that is involved in being in a relationship. For my taste, there is too much vocal editing going on throughout this record, but for the sound they're going for, it's what is needed, so I'm not really surprised. Same Soul is another track that really stands out to me, and I love how the guitars and the drums really work together within this groove and just complement each other perfectly. I also really like the minimal use of electronics in this track, and it really allows the band itself to drive the track along, and it makes it sound so much bigger. It's a track that sounds electronic but still has that natural element in there that grounds it, and it shows how good PVRIS can be. Nola One is the track that closes out this record, and it closes the record out on a pretty lackluster note. This track never really gets out of first gear, and suddenly the record's over and you're thinking, oh, that's it. Overall, I'm really disappointed by this record from PVRIS. They were one of the most promising bands on the planet, and that was shown in how they exploded so suddenly with the release of their debut record. It's really sad to see a band that had so much potential just go over to the pop world and kind of forget where their roots were. And let's hope that on the next record, they come back and bring some more guitars into their sound, but the way it's going, I just can't see it happening. My top 3 tracks are gonna be Heaven, Half, and Same Soul, and I'm gonna give this record a 3 out of 5. Anyway, what did you guys think about the record? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Did you like the record? Did you not like the record? Let me know down below. We're here to have a conversation about music, so let's do that. But if you're just gonna fill up the comment section with hate and insults, just know I'm gonna read your comments and laugh at how pathetic your life is, and trust me, I know there's gonna be a lot of hate in that comment section. Anyway, thanks for watching my video today, guys. Please hit subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Fresh Currents.